Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Anybody Can Do. As you guys all know, the application for Outreachy are open now for round May to August, and we Indians are eligible for this round. In this video, we will talk about how to fill the Outreachy applications. What are the tips you have to remember while filling your application? So let's get started. First, when you open the Outreachy website, here you can see that there is a internship hour paid $6,000 USD is a total stipend for the Outreachy, which means that it contains the travel stipend. Because of COVID, the travel stipend is not reimbursed to the student, which means all the conferences are held online. So that's why they include the 500 USD dollars in the total stipend, which means the student will get 6,000 USD dollars for working for 3 months for an organization. It is remote and the round starts from 24 May to 24 August. Here you have to create your account. This is a I open this application in a private window from where I can show you. Click on login, and here you have to create an account. You have to select the username, email address, and then password. After creating an account, you will get a verification mail on your register email ID from where you have to confirm your account. And then when your account will be verified, you have to click on my participation. And when you click on my participation, you have to click on start initial application, where you have to fill the required information. For example, the name which is shown in the public. For example, let me type the name Amrit, and it's a legal name which is private. And pronouns, you have to select your gender from here, and then this option is for that you want to show your gender to the mentors or coordinators or not. And here you have to browse your photo. You can also do this after filling the application upon you, and this is optional. Your time zone, let's fill there is something like Asian. Let me find that option. Yeah, it is Asia, and then there should be okay, so let's take any, like we are Asians, and we can select okay, for example, let me select this, and then you have to write location here, your GitHub URL profile, your GitLab URL profile. So these all the options are optional. If you have, then give them a link. If you not have, then leave it blank. Here you have to blog URL. For example, if you are writing blogs on WordPress, on Medium, you have to give that link, and then your Twitter profile. And this is what you have, which was the second step. First step is to create an account, and second step is to fill the information, and then type your legal name to indicate if here you have to type your name, and then we click on save. So after clicking on save option, the next page will open. So first make sure that you have a free time when you are filling this application, because it has 14 pages in which you have to fill information related to you. So the first option is, will you be 18 years older? Yes. Do you have a student visa that limits date that you can work 40 hours a week? it means that do you have a student visa, which means that do you you don't have any restriction on working 40 hours a week. So here we fill yes, because we can work 40 hours a week as a student. Are you eligible to work 40 hours a week in all the countries? Yes, we are eligible. So the information related to the question is also given below. You can also go through it while answering the questions. And then, are you a person or entity restricted by United States of America? It means that are you a person, United States restrict you to do not work for this program? No. And then, are you a citizen or resident? It means that you don't be a part of the countries like Cuba, Iran, North Korea, and we will fill here no. And then went to the next step. In the second step, we got two questions. The first is, are you citizen, national, or a permanent resident of United States of America? So if you are a permanent resident of USA, then click on yes, otherwise click on no. I belong to India, so my answer is no. And will you be living in a United States for America at the time of an internship? No. So the next step. Have you been selected as an Google Summer of Code intern or any outreach program? So in Outreachy, in the Outreachy video, I already covered that point. If you accepted as an GSOC intern, then you are not eligible to apply for Outreachy. So as a newcomer, I will select no. Have you contributed to free and open source software before? So if you did contributions, then click on yes, otherwise no. Then have you ever been paid to contribute open source? So if you are getting paid for contributing an open source software, then click on yes, otherwise no. In past, how have you here we have to select an options how you contributed to open source. I will select programming, documentation, user experience. You can select according to your skills and according to your contributions. And if any technology or any other topic you have contributed to open source and is not getting listed in the above options, then there is an option for you to write here how you contributed to open source. In this step 4, here is a questions related to your gender. Do you identify as a transgender? No. Do you identify as a genderqueer? No. Then what gender do you identify as? I take a name as Amritpal Singh. It's a sample name that I have created an account just show you guys how to fill the application. So that's why I am selecting a man and going to next step. In the 5th step, here are essay based questions. Like you have to write an essays on the questions given by the Outreachy. In the first question, you have to select your country. And then there are a few questions like, are you part of unrepresented group? How you underrepresented, which means that the basic answer of this question is to write about your background, your age, your disabilities, your nationality, your personal appearance, religion, and so on. You have to write about yourself in this question. The hint of every question is given below. You can refer that. And the second question is, what systematic bias or discrimination would you face if you apply for a job in a technology industry of your country? Like in your country, if you are applying for a job, is there any systematic bias or discriminations that you have faced? For example, sometimes as a girl or as a boy, our parents did not allow us to go out of your area to do a job, or sometimes there are other barriers like family reasons or other, that we have faced discrimination while getting the job in our country. So you have to write the essay about that in this. The next question is, do your learning environment have a few people who share your identity or background? Like, is there any people or a few people in your group who share their identities with you and the background or not? This answer will contain that type of information. And the next question is, what systematic bias or discrimination have you faced while building your skills? So this is the answer of this question will be like, what are the difficulties you face while building your skills? So the first difficulty for every new beginner is he or she doesn't know about how or from where to start while building the skill. So this is the main reason for that question. You have to explain your story, like what kind of problems you faced while building your skills or while learning something new for the first time in your life. So this should be the answers of the above questions. In the sixth step, we again get the yes or no type like questions. So the first question is, are you a university student or a college student? If you are a college student, then click on yes, otherwise click on no. I will click yes. And the second is, are you enrolled in a coding school or a self-placed online courses? Like whether you are taking any online coding classes or not, I will take yes, because in our universities we have coding classes like in first semester we have C++, then Python, then Java, JavaScript and so on. So that's why I click on yes. And the next question is, are you employed or not? So I am a college student, so I am not employed yet. Are you a contractor? No. Volunteer time commitments means this question means like, will you have any volunteer position in any community or not? If you have a volunteer position, then does it require more than 10 hours a week or not during the Outreachy internship? So I click no. And then going to next step. In this step you will ask the questions relating to your education, related to your university. So first you have to fill your university name, then university website link, and then you have to, like, every college has an academic calendar, like the starting of the semester, the midterm examinations, the date of midterm examination, final examination, and the end of the semester. If you have a training period, then start and ending date of your training semester. You have to give them a link, so they will make sure you are free for 40 hours a week to work on the open source project. This is a main part, I can say, for the Outreachy. Like, if you did not pass from this page, then there is a big no from the Outreachy for you, because the main condition for Outreachy is you have 40 hours a week to spend on their projects. And next is link to your official academic calendar for next. So these two questions are like, in this question, in the first question, you have to fill your current semester academic calendar, and in second you have to fill the link of your next semester term. For example, you don't have the academic calendar for your upcoming semester, so you can fill the academic calendar of your previous semester, because this should be the same, just the difference between the years. So you have to fill that, and then your degree name, either it is bachelor's or anything. And then going to next step. In the eighth step, you have to fill the information again related to your semesters and so on. For example, here the first is current term, like the whether in which semester you are. You have to fill the number of that semester, the starting date of that semester, the ending when your exams will end and your semester will be finished, the date, and in the last there is an option, is this a last semester of your degree or not. If it is, then select this option, otherwise remain as it is, and fill the details of your next semester, like the starting and the ending and so on. In the ninth step of this application, you have to fill the starting and ending dates of your coding school, or if you are taking any online course, then you have to provide the dates for that course. For example, in our school we are having a coding classes. You can again fill these dates as same as your semester starting date and ending date. And then next is hours per week, like how many hours you are spending on that coding classes per week. The description about that coding class, like what you are learning in a particular class, what are the skills you are getting, and the points why are you taking that course, everything. And here the at the last there is option that I will quit this coding school if I got selected as an Outreachy intern. So if you are able to quit, then select this option, otherwise not. So there are so many options like course 1, course 2, course 3. You have to fill the information like the number of courses you are taking now. That's all. So going to next step, this is a last step for Outreachy application, and here is a last question: how did you find out about Outreachy? And there are various options from where you find about the Outreachy, and you can select any option from friend, from Twitter, from teacher, from classmate, and so on. There are so many options. I click other, and then you have to submit your initial applications. It will take a next 10 days to get reviewed of your application, and if your application will be reviewed, then you will get an option from where you have to record your pre-contributions with the particular organization, and then you have to submit your initial application. I am not submitting because I create a sample account to just guide you people how to fill an initial application, and many students have many queries related to the essay type of questions. So that's why I thought to make a video on that. So the Outreachy is for all, like for transgenders, for women and men. So anybody can apply to Outreachy and make pre-contributions and got selected. Thank you. So this is all about the Outreachy application process. Hope so you all guys like this video. So do subscribe to my channel, like the video and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel again. This means a lot to me. Thank you.